Taking a 2-hour train ride just to play a card game is a massive gamble, because if you break, you don't just lose. You have to sit on a train for 2 hours straight, thinking about how badly you manage your time. I didn't know the city, I didn't know the players, and I definitely wasn't prepared for the emotional roller coaster of round 1. This is the story of my first league challenge in Germany, and how a broken deck and a little bit of gambling actually won me the entire tournament. Of course, I'm playing Dragapult TX, the last deck I played before I took a break in September. This is one of the best decks in the meta. Normally, in a game of Pokémon, you win by taking 6 prizes throughout the whole match. It usually means that you want to take prizes almost every turn. But you see, in Pokémon trading card games, there are a lot of comeback mechanics, which activate whenever your opponent is in a winning position. The strength of the deck lies in its ability to build up to a position where it's not winning by the normal standards, and just wins all at once while slowing down your opponent and abusing every single comeback mechanic. I mean, Dustor literally gives your opponent one prize card. The cons? It's a very hard deck to pilot, and constantly gives you a lot of choices. Round 1, I hit a mirror match against another Dragapult Dusknar deck. I mean, there is a reason it is one of the most powerful decks around. However, I lose the coin flip and went first, which puts me in a massive disadvantage. You see, in Pokemon trading card game, by going second you are able to attack and play powerful cards called supporters. And we both play Badu, a Pokemon that allows you to shut down roughly one third of a deck for free. They start with the Badu, and I start with the Drippy. Luckily, open the Body Puffin, allowing me to preemptively bench another Drippy and a Badu. I actively thought that by assigning the energy on the active Drippy and leaving it in the active position, I would win the Badu war. But other than that, I was sweating bullets, because I just had the Drac lock for the next turn as a playable card under item lock. As it turns out, it ended up all for naught, as my opponent literally went, draw, itchy pollen. As mentioned before, to win a game of Pokemon trading card game, you need to take 6 prizes, and each non-rule box Pokemon counts for 1. So you normally need to KO 6 Pokemons. But there are actually 2 other ways you can win. One, your opponent tries to draw their last card in the deck, but actually has an empty deck, called deck out. Or they don't have any other Pokemon in bench to put in active position after a KO. In gamer terms, this is called donk. This means that I just needed to top deck an energy and I would instantly win. Of course, that didn't happen, but I evolved into Dracloak, which is another strength of the deck because it gives you card advantage. And then was able to use Recon Directive to find an energy to KO Badu, winning the game on the spot, which is absolutely crazy since you basically never attack with the vulnerable Dracloak. I personally don't like playing best of one, as some games can result in fast wins due to breaking, drawing an unplayable hand, but we take the win. I then asked my opponent to play for fun, and ended up winning again, so even in a best of 3 format, I would have won the round. Round 2, I was facing with what I thought initially to be Mega Absol box. I thought that because I went second and they actually opened the trolley, of course, but it ended up being a Crustle deck, so I don't know which was worse to face. At some point we got in a position where the only Pokemon he had were Crustle, Munkidori and a small crab. I countercharged his small crab and Phantom dived 60 on Crustle. He was able to heal 60 of them, but since he didn't manage to find a missed energy, I was able to gust around his active Crustle, going for the nutty combo, Dusclops, Cursed Blast on his Crustle, Night Stretcher for my Dusclops, doing it again, plus 60 from Phantom Dive for the game. This was quite cool because I just left him with one prize and I still won the game. I mean, this is all about Dragapult TX and Dusknoir at the end of the day. That's what you play the deck for, other than Blood Moon or Soluna Iono to 1 and pray. Round 3, I go against another Dragapult, yet another mirror match. It was actually the last round of the tournament since we were only 9 people. Unfortunately for me, the game was very hard to recall. I mean, they are too complicated like to kind of remember every single turn. And it's not like that would be fun either for you to hear. What you need to know though is that turns of time have been called, which means that we get 3 more turns to end the game, before the game itself turns into a tie. The turns count actually starts from 0, so it's like computer science: 0, 1, 2, and 3. This means that each player actually gets to play 2 other turns. We then got to a position where to win the game we had to risk a lot. It was then that I realized that I could actually win just by going in a tie. Reason being, I played against a Dragapult and a Crossel, so the chances of them being placed high in a tournament were pretty high. Of course, it was still a gamble, but I figured that I wasn't like my brain capacities were not enough to win the game in the last 2 turns without taking more risks than I already had to. So instead, I decided to go for the quote unquote safe risk. As it turns out, he's also not able to finish the game properly, which means that we indeed end in a tie and standings come out. We see there's only 2 players with 2 wins, 0 defeats, and 1 tie. It was me and my opponent. And surprise, surprise, I ended up winning the entire challenge. So my final bet actually paid off. I didn't manage to film me ripping the packs because I was just too excited for those. And here's what I got: 3 packs of Phantasmal Flame, 3 packs of Series Pack 8, and 2 packs of Series Packs 8, Pride Series Pack. And those actually net me 2 Badus, 1 stamped Max Rod, which is quite good, Ace Pack, and a stamped Mega Mew EX, which of course I never had, not being able to play Phantasmal Flame in real life for the past 6 months. So the same weekend I actually attended another tournament, a League Cup in the same city. I will not make a video on that simply because I slept 3 hours before of that because of Sanremo. And yeah, I personally don't remember too much about the games. I went 2 wins and 3 losses actually, and every like I could have just won one more round before getting to top cut. That didn't happen. Skill issue. It's my bad. So that's about it. But anyway, thank you very much for tuning up. I really appreciate it. Oh, at the cup, I brought the same 60s, the same Dragapult Dusknar deck. Very good. I will make another video about another tournament I attended this weekend, like this past weekend, because yeah, I mean, that's the platform for it. So stay tuned. Bye.